Guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay. Do you guys remember there was an interview that Black Coffee did with Kaya FM recently? It made him trend for a few days where they were just calling him a narcissist and things like that because he had mentioned that Mbali didn't appreciate the expensive car that he bought for her. You understand? Her response was like, "Oh, okay, you bought a car, so what? You understand?" So people were just calling Black Coffee a narcissist and things like that. So I was like, okay, let me go and watch the whole interview and see what is happening here. I just want to go and understand and see what Black Coffee said. You understand? Because there's a problem with people watching few clips on Twitter and just jumping and bashing Black Coffee without even understanding what was happening. You understand? So yesterday I got a chance. I was like, okay, I understand it's been few days and people have already forgotten about these things, but let me just watch this interview and see what's happening. So I watched the interview, guys. I just realized that your English don't run away from me. I just realized that sometimes people they just wanna react to anything, even though they are not understanding whatever that is happening, whatever that is going on. They just wanna be negative. They just wanna hate on you. You understand? So the whole interview that Black Coffee did, it was like an almost an hour where he was literally talking about bits and pieces of everything. But specifically, I just want to focus on this, on the part where he talks about his marriage. You understand? So Black Coffee said, this is what Black Coffee said, guys. I am not, forget what you saw on the internet, forget everything that you saw on Twitter. You understand? So Black Coffee said, when he got married, like growing up, before he even got married, like growing up, like his parents, they were divorced, they didn't succeed in marriage and whatnot. So in his mind, as a young boy, he told himself that, okay, if I ever get married, this is how I'm gonna be in my marriage so that I do not fail. You understand? So he was like, I had this perception in my mind of how I wanted my marriage to be. You understand? So when I finally got a chance to be a husband, when I finally got a chance to get married and whatnot, in my head, I was like, okay, I have this whole thing figured out because I know the kind of husband that I want to be. I know the kind of family that I want to have. So everything, it was mostly about me and making decisions and whatnot. And it wasn't about us, like in marriages where people they talk about us, you understand. It was like in his head, he was like, okay, I am the head of the family, so which means most of the things have to come from me. I have to be strong for the both of us, you understand. And that time, if he does something and let's say it's like, okay, I want us to travel maybe to Europe or wherever, and Mbali is like, oh, I just want to chill at home. In his head, it's like, okay, I have this whole thing figured out. I know what marriage is. I know what it takes for a marriage to succeed. Like, why are you not happy that I am doing all these things for us? You understand? I'm making you travel. I'm giving you things and whatnot, because in my head I know I have an idea of what kind of a marriage I want, and this is the kind of marriage that I want to understand. So most of the time it was more about him than the both of them, you understand. So it's like now, after everything, after obvious the marriage didn't succeed, it's like, no, I don't want my wife back, because people they were even oh Jesus people were even insinuating that Black Coffee needs Mbali back, you understand. And that's not what he said. He said, I do not want her back, but after the marriage I realized, like, I reflected on my mistakes. I reflected on everything that has happened in my life and the decisions that I made, especially when it comes to marriage. I realized that it wasn't, I didn't make the marriage about us. I made the marriage about me, because I didn't want to fail. You understand? It's like that thing, you understand that thing where you start dating somebody, or you start doing something, and in your head you have this thing, you have this perception that, okay, this is the kind of relationship that I want to be in. You understand? This is the kind of partner that I want, and you wish this person to be something that in your head you figured out. You think you figured out, okay, this is how this is supposed to be, this is how a relationship is supposed to be, this is how a marriage is supposed to be. But going forward, like, you don't even realize that you are projecting your wishes on this person, and this is not even the same thing that this person wants in their life. You understand? So he was like, after marriage, I just realized that no, I need to work on myself, and it's not only about me all the time. And some people, like, I had to, I should have listened more, I should have been present more, and I should have understood when sometimes he was like, I just want to chill, I don't want all these expensive things, I don't want whatever, I just want you. But in his head, for him, it felt like it was the right thing to do then. You understand? There's this thing that we all do. I think if you go through a life-changing relationship, or a life-changing heartbreak, or a life-changing whatever, a life-changing marriage or divorce or whatever, it gives you a time to sit and be like, okay, what did I do wrong? What happened? Which steps did I take that were wrong? Because I want to correct everything. I just want to get to know me more. I just want to understand me more and see what did I go, like, where did I go wrong? You understand? So he was just having he was just reflecting and introspection, and just trying to figure out, like, okay, what is wrong with me? Like, why do I think like this? Why do I think this way? You understand? Why do I project my feelings? Why do the things that I wish for myself, why do I project them to my partner? You understand? So it was that kind of a situation where it happens to the best of us, guys. It happens to the best of us, where when you go through a life-changing experience in your life, there's no way you're not gonna sit and look at yourself to try to understand, okay, which mistakes did I make? You understand? So that is what Black Coffee was saying. He said at that time, like, it felt like Mbali was not appreciating the car that he bought, because he bought her like a very expensive car that he himself wasn't even driving that time. You understand? So when she didn't give the reaction that he wanted, he was so disappointed, and is like, and that thing was stuck with him. It was stuck in his mind, like, okay, this person is not appreciative and whatnot, for some time. You understand? Only for him to realize later, after the marriage, that no, I was just projecting my wishes on this person, because in my head I had an idea of what kind of a marriage I wanted it to be. You understand? I had an idea of, this is how I have to I have to be as a husband to make my wife happy. You understand? And it doesn't work like that. And this is the things that he realized now. But yeah, people were just coming for him, guys. People were just coming for him, calling him a narcissist and whatnot. But I understand, like, I know that Black Coffee has dated people before getting married to Mbali, and these people, they have moved on respectively. Even Mbali has moved on. She's in a relationship where she keeps condoms in every facet of the car, the house, and everywhere. You understand? And even Black Coffee has moved on. He said he has a woman that is dating that he loves dearly. You understand? So these people, obviously, they don't want each other anymore. But it was that thing where he had to look back and to realize his mistakes and take it as a man, like, okay, I messed up, and because I have a fucked up mentality, because my parents didn't work out, which means I didn't want to fail because my parents failed, and I realized that me not wanting to fail, it made me to make more mistakes. You understand? So yeah, life-changing experiences in life, guys, they'll give you a time for you to reflect on everything that you've ever done. And if you don't know yourself, you're gonna know yourself then, because you have to be honest, unless you are not honest with yourself. But if you are honest with yourself, and you know your intentions are good, and you wanna understand, like, okay, what am I doing wrong, you're gonna get to this point, like Black Coffee, where you're gonna be like, okay, I know I messed up here, I know I'm a mess, I know, like, my traumas and whatnot, they make me to make such decisions, not realizing that when you are hurting the other person. Yeah, and we all go through things like that, guys, like, yo. But anyway, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna come back with another video and whatnot. But before you go out there and calling people names and whatnot, just try to understand, because some people, they do not get to grow up, they do not get to be the best men they can be, until black coffee is almost 50, guys, until they're older, or until they're almost reaching 56. Some people, they even die in their old age without even understanding that they are the ones that are wrong. You understand? So for black coffee to realize now that, okay, my mentality was fucked up, now it's time for me to understand and change.